Hello, welcome to the Vibrant Health Show. I'm Dr. Shannyn Pearce. I'm so glad you guys are here today. What we're going to do today is going to be an action-based class together, which means don't just sit there and watch me. Do it with me. Today's topic is posture, and it's something that I feel very passionately about because I look around and say we go out somewhere, and I'm watching people, and almost everyone's posture is terrible. We have our necks out like this. Everyone's getting that hump on their back. They're crooked in one way. And I don't think most people even realize it until it's too late. And I think it's because it's something we don't prioritize, right? So even if you're an avid exerciser, you might exercise, you might stretch, but how much do you really work on those postural muscles? And spine problems and chronic pain and neck issues and low back problems are so prevalent because we don't have proper posture and we haven't stretched the right muscles or strengthened the ones that need strengthening. So I want to take two separate classes with you guys. Today, we're really going to focus on upper body, and we're actually going to do chair exercises together. So anywhere you're sitting, anywhere you are, we're going to do these together because in this day and age, most of us sit at a desk. We sit at a computer. A lot of what we have to do is front facing, including our phones, our tablets. If you're driving, if you're picking up kids, if you're washing dishes, if you're at a computer, we are this posture all the time, no matter what you do. And so rarely do we counteract that and balance that out. And it will create muscle strain. It will create imbalances, arthritis, disc issues. All of those things come from poor posture and not having the proper movement in those joints. So I'm going to teach you today. I have 6 exercises we're all going to do. Sitting, which means you can do them anywhere, which means if you have a desk job, you should do this how often? Every day, right? Every single day. It's just going to take us a few minutes. If you don't have a desk job, great. Find a chair and do it along with me. You're sitting somewhere right now, I would bet. You can do it in the car. The same things I'm going to show you. Doesn't matter. These are easy, simple. You can do them anywhere. And for the most part, they're safe for everybody. Now, if you have shoulder injuries or things that you can't lift your hands, modify as you need, but I chose things that are gentle, good for daily use that most people should be able to do, and you will start seeing some correction in your posture. So what I will challenge you to do, and I know nobody ever likes before and after pictures, but today, go ahead and take a picture from the front, and then try and get somebody to take a picture of you from the side. Don't stand up straight, don't try and force it, do what you would normally do, and see what your posture looks like. You will probably not love, especially the side view, what that looks like. But then do these exercises every day for the next few weeks and take another picture and notice you're actually going to start seeing improvement. The goal being, what it should look like is our head should be over our shoulders, the middle of your shoulders. So the middle of your head, really where your ear is, should be over the middle of your shoulder, which should also hit the middle of your hips. We should be lined up. Not forward, not backwards. Your pelvis shouldn't be out, your butt shouldn't be back. We should be lined up in a nice straight line, which is rare. And I look at people's posture all day long, everywhere I go. And I rarely see somebody who actually has that good posture, myself included. This is something I still have to work on ongoing. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I do that are really easy. So if you are watching, you are doing with me. Do not just watch. Do it with me and tell me in the comments after we do it that you actually did it and you didn't just sit there and watch. It doesn't help you to watch me do it. Okay, we're going to go through these together and I'm going to count them out exactly how long you should continue to do them. That way, if you want, if you forget how to do some of these, you can come back and watch this replay a few times until you follow it along that way until you get it memorized. Or if you get it down the first time, you can do it on your own. You don't have to watch the video, but we're going to do it together and we're going to hold it for the same amount of time we want to do. So number 1. Biggest thing we're working on today is stretching the anterior muscles and strengthening the posterior muscles. That's really where the imbalance is. Typically, we get so tight in the front, which creates weakness in the back, and that's what is really messing up a lot of people's posture. So we're going to stretch the front, we're going to strengthen the back, and we're going to start with the upper body today. And then in a couple of weeks, I'll come back and we will do all the lower body stretching and strengthening as well. So here's where we're going to start. You're starting comfortably. Ideally, if you can, your feet are flat on the ground. You don't want like tippy toes up. You don't want your legs crossed. So legs uncrossed, feet flat on the ground. The first thing we're going to do is start to strengthen the posterior muscles of the neck, because a lot of our posterior muscles are very weak. So if you've noticed, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves, is the forward head posture. The head jutted out like this. In fact, it's happening so much now with kids because of their tablets and their phones and their iPads. I make my kids do these all the time because it's heartbreaking to watch children with posture of 80-year-olds. That's not normal. So make your kids do these too. There's no reason they shouldn't. Start early. But that forward head posture, the first two things we're going to work on is fixing that to get it back. So the first one we're going to do to strengthen the back, you're going to take your index finger, you're going to put it on your chin. Now, some of these you'll look funny doing. I'm perfectly fine looking ridiculous in front of all of you to help you. So you're going to do your chin tucks, which means your finger's just guiding. You're not pushing, but it's guiding you to tuck in and then release. And then tuck in and then release. You're creating a double chin. That's okay. You're actually working it out over time, but we're going to do 10 of those. So go ahead and start them with me. I'm going to show you also from the side what it looks like. So I'm just tucking my chin in and under, and you're not forcing it, you're just doing it gently. And we're going to do 10. I mean, that's 4. You're only holding it a couple of seconds. 5, 6, but you do want to hold it a couple of seconds. We're not going super fast. In, hold it for a few seconds, release. Again, release. Again, release. Couple more. Remember to breathe when you're doing these. They are still kind of exercises. In through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, chin tucks, at least once a day. These are actually designed that you could do them morning and night, but I know that's asking a lot of most people to commit to 2 times a day. So I'm asking you for 1, but you could do it more if you need to. So chin tucks, we're going to do 10, holding them for a couple of seconds in between, releasing but not forcing. The next one, we're going to stretch the anterior. Remember, we're too tight here and we're too loose in the back. So the stretching of the neck, and this actually helps reinforce the nice natural cervical curvature that we have in our neck that often we lose. So we're actually supposed to have like a C-shaped curvature in our neck that faces this way, faces out. But because of looking down all the time, because of everything that we do on our computers, most people either have a flat curve or actually even a reverse curve going in the wrong direction. So this next exercise is to help kind of reinforce the natural curve that's supposed to be in there without too much force. So for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to clasp your hands behind your neck, and we're going to gently pull down into the front while you let your head fall back. So it's stretching these front muscles. At the same time, it's reinforcing that curve. We're going to do the same thing as the chin tucks. We're going to do it 10 times, and we're going to hold for a few seconds as we do that. So hands behind your neck. We're not forcing, you're not yanking, you're gently pulling down into the front. And then come back up. We're going to do it 10 times. You should be doing this with me. 3. I love this one. I think this one feels the best out of all of them. If you're a little bit sore at first, just go slow, go gentle, work up. If these are things that's been a long time or you've never done, there's a likelihood there'll be a little bit of discomfort. Discomfort is fine. Pain is not. If this hurts, slow down or stop. If it's just sore, work through it. Okay, wherever you're at, do a couple more to get to 10. Okay, so we've strengthened, we've stretched, we're getting the upper part of our neck moving in the right direction. The next one, I'm going to scooch back a little bit for this one. If you're on a chair, you are going to hold your hand on the bottom of the chair. Let me see it. So I'm holding the bottom of the chair. So you're not allowing this shoulder to come up is the point. You're holding the bottom of the chair, leaning your head and your neck to the opposite side. And this one, we're going to stay in this position because I want you to stay there long enough that your muscles actually start to release. These, and for me even still, these trap muscles, and this is called your SCM, they get so tight, and really you have to give them some time to release. The first few seconds they don't even. So you're gonna hold on, you're gonna make sure your shoulder stays down, tilt your head to the opposite side, and gently, all of this is gentle, gently pull. But we're gonna sit here and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, letting everything release, consciously letting it release. We're not straining, we're not trying to pull, we're not making the muscles tighter. I want you to let it go. Ideally, we stay here for 20 seconds. I'm kind of count in my head as we're here. A great time to get big breaths in as we stay here. Another 10 seconds. And you should feel as you're staying here, you're able to kind of go a little bit deeper, your head's falling a little bit more. You can tell it's starting to loosen. You get headaches, doing this daily, keeping those muscles loose, such a game changer. Let's do one more breath on this side. Again, making sure the shoulder is not coming up, it's staying down. Good. Slowly and gently back up to the middle. Same thing, other side. Hold your other hand under your chair. Tilt your head to the opposite side. Gently pull. And you can tell, so I can see for me, this side is tighter. My shoulder is up higher than it was on the other side. That's normal. You're going to have a tighter side. So this one might take me a little bit longer to get it to release. So same thing, we're going to sit here. We're going to breathe in through our nose. Out through your mouth. Side note, while we're here for 20 seconds, making sure when you inhale, your belly is filling. And then exhale all the way out. We're not just breathing through our chest, we're breathing through our belly. Ten more seconds. You may have just seen on mine, my shoulder just let go. It took that long before my muscles actually released. So you do want to stay here as long as it takes until you feel that start to release. You can stay longer if you want, but 20 seconds for me is the minimum that things actually start to release and let go. Okay, slowly back to the middle. Next, we're going to do this one standard, but so many people do it because it's so good for you. Stretching the front of the chest. So we're going to clasp our hands together behind us. We're just pulling down. This is one you're not yanking your shoulders. You're not trying to go down crazy far. You are just trying to get those rolled forward shoulders to come back down into that shoulder joint where it's supposed to be. So hands clasped behind you, a gentle pull down and roll your shoulders back. We're not even pulling really hard, so the back of your chair probably stops that. It's more about rolling those shoulders back and feeling the stretch across your chest. We're going to stay here again with our big deep breaths. This is part meditation at the same time for 20 seconds, feet flat on the floor, breathing in, feeling the air, fill your belly, and then out. You can see how my belly's going in and out. That strengthens your core. Having good deep belly breaths, you'll have a lot more stability in your core. And then partway through, just try and roll your shoulders back a little bit more. Did it open up enough that you can pull them back more? Two more breaths here. One more big one. That should feel kind of shake around a little bit, move around a little bit before you let go. And then come back, roll your shoulders out. Next one, we're going to do the strengthening of the back muscles. We're going to do this seated as well. So standing, you might be familiar with like a row or a fly. Those are things that really strengthen your postural muscles in the back. These ones, we're not using any weight. We're not necessarily doing it for exercise. We're doing it just to help strengthen those posture muscles. So still sitting in your chair, you are going to do a bend forwards. You're going to put your arms out in kind of this T position. And we're just going to raise them. And it should engage these back, your postural muscles in the back. You're going to raise them up and hold it for 3 seconds. And then back down in the front. And then up We're going to do 10 of these as well. So we're going to start with me now. We're bent over, coming up, elbows up to the side like that, and kind of to the back. Make sure you're feeling those postural muscles engage. And then come down. And then 2. And out, and from the side it looks like this. So like you're rowing something back or pulling things up, as if you're kind of pulling a band from the front. You're recreating that movement, and you should feel it in the back. Also great for that bra overhang area, you know, when it overhangs like the bra strap in the back. These will really help minimize that. And they're simple, they're not too hard. Most people can do these. We're not using weights, we're not straining, we're just engaging those muscles. Do a couple more. I did lose count as I was talking, so you do as many as you need to get to 10. Let me do one more. Perfect. And the last one, we're going to do seated crunches. Your core being good and strong and stable is everything when it comes to posture, but you don't have to do crazy ab exercises either. So I just like to do multiple times during the day. I'll just do some seated crunches. So we're going to do 10. Feel free to end this with 50 if you want. You add up, you're going to notice some toning in your core, and it's so simple and easy that people who can't really do core exercises on the ground, they find this very easy to do. So all you're going to do is recreate a crunch in your chair. Engage your stomach though. So you're going to, and you don't have to put your hands up. I just like to do it this way. You can feel your stomach so you know you're engaging it. You can have your hands to the side, doesn't matter. I do it like this just because I like it. So I put my hands up and then I do the crunch. Squeeze your abdominal muscles and then come back up. And again, come back up. We're going to do 10. So if you haven't started yet, start now. I'll start that as 1. Breathe out and in. Squeezing in with your abdominal muscles. We don't want to rush these. We're trying to engage the muscles. So 5 more. 5. 4. This one takes a little bit of practice, so you really feel those muscles engage, but I can feel my entire abdominal wall engaged, just sitting like this. Like how easy is that? You can get a nice flat stomach, just sitting in your chair. You know what else makes your stomach look flatter? Good posture. Really does. Everything looks better when you have good posture. When you're not, when you're hunched over, when you have bad posture, everything hangs funny. When you're in that nice upright position, everything feels slimmer, tighter, better. You will like the way you look and feel so much better by just doing those simple exercises. So that took us what? Maybe 10 minutes, and I was going slow to show you. You can knock these out in less than 5 minutes. Every single day, we're stretching the front, we're strengthening the back, we're getting stability in the core. This is not too intense. This requires almost no time, but if you do it consistently, not only will you improve your posture, you'll also really get good core posture. You'll see slimming in your belly. You will feel more strong and stable, and it will make you more functional for life, right? That's what we're ultimately out for. I want you to be able to pick up your grandkids, grab the groceries, be able to bend and lift things without throwing your back out. Proper posture and good stability is the way we're able to stay functional through all phases of life. And so many people forget about their postural stretching and exercises. So today was a simple one. You guys can all leave immediately and implement this every single day. Tell me in the comments that you actually did it. Tell me in the comments that you're committing to do it for the next several weeks. I highly encourage you to take those before and after pictures. You will see a difference. It is humbling sometimes to see how much of a difference it makes and what our posture used to look like, but it's great to be able to track that progress. So do not skip this. I know it seems simple, but it's such a huge part of being a functional, healthy, well-rounded person. And I really hope that you commit this for at least the next couple of weeks. Ideally, you do this daily for the rest of your life. That is the point. Let's commit to 2 weeks, start there, and then you'll notice you feel so much better. I'm certain you'll keep on with it. So hope you enjoyed that. Do it along with me. Save this video. Make sure you come back and watch it. And then once you get the routine down, you can just continue to do it every single day for 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.